Hello guys, it's Scher talking. Welcome back to my channel. Today video is about Valkyrie Anatomia. You can see that we are receiving some new stuff with this new update. There's now on first anniversary tags right under the butt of either Odin or Loki. I'm not so sure, but it's here on the screen. So when you click here, you see that there's this new silver lining. We got some new updates that changes how the game plays, and it also introduced a new story part on this game. So let's just enter the game and check it out. The most important thing right now that you guys already perceive it, it's that we have a new user interface. We were really needing of update to this because this game plays and navigates like a very old gacha game, and we are already on 2020 and they really need to make some changes to it. The good thing is that it's prettier, it's better, but the bad thing is just that it's a new design, but it doesn't change how you use the user interface in this game. So you still have to go through the equipment to get to your characters. Doesn't make sense, but it's how it is. Well, the loading screen is just taking quite a lot of time to start. I don't know why, because only playing Valkyrie Anatomia, there's no even a browser open here. So let's just try to see if it logs. Or I'll just pause this video because this will, the wait is just too long. So okay, we just got on the home screen, and on this home screen you can see that there's a lot of different things, but max it up with the old things. This top here still seems like the old design. Then we have new icons for story mode, premium class, limited adventures, and also divine phase. This divine phase doesn't make much sense. There's some grass here, I don't know why. And then the notice is a little different now. You can see right close to me here. And then the settings is a different icon as well. But besides the icon, everything's just the same. You still have to click on every one of these things. Like I said, you still have to put on equipment, and you are just granted to this very old page that's still the same stuff. And the characters are still the same place. This is a very old design as well. So it's just like using a very old thing on with makeup, or just dress it up with a different color, but it's the same thing. Well, besides this, there's a lot of other things that I need to talk. Let's just click on notice so we can start talking about it. And it's just that we got this new UI because it also celebrated the first part of the story getting to an end on the Japanese version. So this is the same time for us as well, because we already reached the end of the first part of the story. And there's a lot of other things that we got recently that I want to talk about as well. Well, I didn't talk about this 6-star guaranteed divine weapon set. It's already ending, but it's very nice to have this, but at the same time I don't recommend this for people that are not pay to pay players, because there's just so many gems for us to use, and you have to save for characters. Even though this is a very nice thing, you won't be getting colossal weapons from this. So no colossal weapons means no future proof. No future proof means your chance will be kind of wasted in this, even though it is very good to get find fragment shard. So okay, let's just close this and see the other things. We have a new event called Valhalla Monster Hermitage. The new tower event just because the other one ended. But guys, this one is very hard. You can see here, I would just click on close here. The rewards are kind of the same. You still get 1000 gems, and we are getting a lot more of platinum hammers from here, especially because we need them to get our LA weapons maxed. And you can see that I'm on challenge 24, and the recommend mine is already very close to 200,000. And I still haven't made a video about this because I will start with this stage here, because the best ones are just the same as the best tower. When you click on help, you see that I'm on 24, and the end is on 28, so we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages to clear. The final 5 stages to clear will be different than the last tower, and I'm thinking that we'll be getting close to 220 recommend mine here. So take care. We'll be talking about this video when I just finish this one and start recording for the next one. So besides this, you can see that there's still very good rewards, still the 3 awakening embers, and a lot of other things like stamina potions and things like that, especially bugs, because farming bugs is just a very tedious process to do the limit break stage. So just do this as soon as possible and just try to claim the best stage. Some of them, when you start doing the challenge, they change it in how they name that. Starting from challenge 1 is where you won't be able to use your friends anymore. So you are on your own here. At least the best rewards stop before you reach that. You can at least get some memory books, you can at least get some awakening embers and make some progress with that. Okay, so now let me click on back and we talk about the other part. We have the second part for Alice Strange Play, and this is this the very nice character we just got, that it was this Winter Queen Curse, and now we're getting the second part with the second character, that's Match Alice. Match Alice is not so interesting, just like Winter Queen Curse, but we were talking about her here. You hear little Match Girl Alice. It's just a seller of match box, and I don't understand. I still didn't watch the story of behind this stuff, but they always do something with Alice, and they always want to get that. The very bad thing is that you can see here you have the original Alice. It's a very old character, and also people that are still use, but not so much anymore, alongside little Match Girl Alice. So this makes for a very bad banner for you to try to aim for a character, because it will only have 1.2% chances on max, starting on step 3, you can see here. I don't recommend you guys chasing out this character unless you really want. And Steel is a mage from Holy element. I don't know why they placed the two characters with the same staff and Holy thing. And let's just click on little Match Girl Alice to see. You can see that she was a character that was literally released a little earlier than the 4th generation. She doesn't have all that awesome status, but it's still okay, very close to that. And the first passive, no, all of her attacks are mage ones, and you can see that they don't have an element. It's interesting. But the first one turns the enemy down. So you can actually use any element when you're in emergency situations where you lack some mages, and we don't have all that many mages in this game, so she can use sometimes some different elemental weapons, but you still want to use Holy because all of her passives will increase Holy. At least her proof attack has Holy imbued, so it will always be Holy. Let's just check her passes, and you can see here she greatly increases Mag and Holy. This is the first priority for you to increase. The second one, not so much. She guard against enemy attacks. Will recovers HP. That's the very strange thing. She is a Mag tank. Yeah, she's a magical type damage dealer that also recovers when she guards. And then you can see she's a mix of a mage damage dealer and a tank for mage damage. She can still guard against physical enemies, but you won't have that many options because the Stave doesn't have a very good guard rate. So you can see here this one has a 20% for magical. So well, you have to choose very well the weapons that you will to use, and she's. You can look at her status, you can see that very close physical mag defense, but she needs to use staves that will increase even further her mag defense instead of physical. So try to use her as a tank on content where the damage, incoming damage, is magical. Okay, so let's just get back there, and you can see that it also reduces damage take. It's just the same as most of the recent tanks, but it's very interesting because it's of yellow color, and yellow is also a drain orb. And she also kind of has the best combination of colors, I must say. Either white or red will be very cool, and green is the best alongside yellow, besides the other colors. So you can equip Drain Soul, and you also can equip all status up. That's very interesting, or even critical. She doesn't read critical, so it's a very good combination of colors. And lastly, we have the third passive that greatly increases defense and mag defense. This one is that one that increases up to close to the original War Green that was a tank, and she also increases the resistance for all status elements. This is very interesting to have on a tank because sometimes you have a weapon that it's for utility and you are paralyzed and you can use it, and well, sometimes you don't even have to attack with tanks, but this one is also damage dealer, so it's good to have this as well. So limited skill, she has for turn 3 onward, she will increase her all action skill damage, and it can only be used once per battle. It's the same for Eventide Valkyrie and a lot of other characters that also use the same combination. And you can see that she also wants to deal damage. So she wants to deal holy action skill damage. It's the weapon from the banner, but can also be other ones. Doesn't really matter. And the only bad thing is that her enchanted skill is for Holy Purify attack, and this is the worst one of them all. You have to exchange for even more Holy action skill damage. Okay, This girl here is interesting to say, but we will be getting more tanks as time goes on, and well, they will not be exactly as her, but we will be getting Leo, a different version of Leo that is also a tank, but as a bow user. She's she's a little better for choosing between physical and magical. This one here will be more focusing on magical. So now let's just talk about the weapon. The weapon from this banner is called Theodorotokos. What a strange name. So let's just click on the Divine Weapon Tree so we can check the weapon. Well, it's... let me check here. Yeah, it is here. This weapon is a staff from the Holy Limited, and it's also colossal damage. You can see here 3 uses like most of the recent weapons, and the passive it's increased normal damage of Holy attacks by 10%. It's not the best one. I still prefer to have an overall increase of elemental damage, just like when we get Holy Enchantment Large or things like that, or Saintly. There's other named passives that increases the elemental damage instead of just normal attack. She's not exactly the best normal attacker in the game. She doesn't have any passive that further increases it besides the normal increases on mag. Well, this weapon releases gets a little upgrade when you get it to LA, but it's not the best option out there. Only if you really have the character and you want to max it. So let me just close here. There's only one more thing to talk in it. Forget it was the North or Little Mad Chalice. You can see here, it also draws more enemy attacks. Draw enemy attacks at a higher rate. The same as the normal Arnery. It increases the chances of being attacked, but its sides is also increases mag and holy damage. So it's the same 2 things, increasing damage and increasing more chance of being attacked. It will becoming a better tank that also deals damage. So well, this is Magic Alice. Don't recommend her because of the banner. The banner is very bad. We just got a banner with 4th generation character that's Sacred Light Valkyrie that has 2% chances of appearing, and we are getting this girl that is also interesting, getting 2.2% chances, just like Winter Winghurst. Just hard to justify this thing. So well, I think I will just end this here. I will just well, I think I still have to talk about the event, the second part of the event. We have some good stuff new on the shop. Let me just check here. They are increasing the number of nameless hero memory for everyone to get. Let me just show you the new things. We have more Voluseals there. It's also one of the stages that drop more Voluseals, so it's very nice. Yggdrasil branches like always. The Orb, more Awakenings, Garnet, and Ember. You can see 5 nameless hero 5. It's good. It still didn't reduce the cost, but it's okay. So well. The last remaining thing I want to say is that we have another banner besides this one, and let me check here. This one that's paid gens only. Well, that's not for everyone. Let me check if there's anything else to say. Just like it's the same banner that we got when we reached the 1st anniversary. So if you're purchasing that bundle, you have to click here on shop, and you can see here. It will also give you some on large experience speed and large stamina potion, but it's not the huge experience speed. So the large experience speed doesn't mean much for me or anything else. 5,000 gens is not so bad of a deal, but like I said, only for pay-to-play players. Another thing is that we had the tier arena ended, and I didn't talk about the best things that you could get from there. Let me just go there so we can talk. Fruit of Eden. Well, a lot of good rewards from here. You can see that I have a lot of this Fruit of Eden because I reached one of the maxed rankings that you can get from Cheers Arena, and I can purchase a lot of good stuff. You should also purchase a lot of stuff here, but I'm trying to explain the best things. You can see I purchased the Legendary Rainbow Stone under reduced cost, the Awakening Ember at reduced cost, the huge experience speed can be purchased because it has a reduced cost as well. We just purchase it. I don't really care about huge experience speed most of the time, but I still have a lot of this. Perfect Sphere, you should purchase all of it because, well, you can see it's a premium item and the first time that you can purchase it. Gold Bangle, I purchased all of it, the silver as well, and then I purchased all of the Legendary Rainbow Stone that also costed more because it costs 1,000. You should take preference for the Legendary Rainbow Stone instead of the huge experience speed because it's very nice to get this to increase your weapons for the next Cheers Arena. Awakening Garnet, I got it as well. I wouldn't get the Ordain medals, but if you place it high and you got a lot of the fruits, just get it as well, because you will need to limit break more of your characters. Now the stamina potions are not needed, not in the huge experience with the cost more, it's not needed, just keep it. And we have also Divine Weapon to get Silver that costs way too much. You're looking here and thinking, whoa, it's just 7.5, I have 41k. Well, on the next Tears Arena seasons, you will have less to get, because maybe you already placed it too high, you will get less Fruits of Yudun, and you have to save 15k to get more Legendary Rainbow Stones on a higher price. And you have to get that every single month, because it means that you have at least half of the Legendary Rainbow Stones that you need on every new season. So I would skip all of these other things here, even the hammers, that they don't need them. There's nothing here anymore that it's worth to trade. You see, I already purchased all of the good things. Well, this is it, guys. I think this covers everything. I already got my new Lennet, the Chooser's Word here, and I will have to wait for a monthly reset to get the artifact for the character. But it's nice you can get that for collection or just to get some gems. Well, this is it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't, and we see each other on the next video. Bye.